Hey everyone, so this is going to be another video on shoulder pain, and I'm going to show you some exercises or some things that you can do to help manage and help you overcome your pain. So let's jump in. So shoulder pain happens for a lot of different reasons, and the interesting thing about these ball and socket joints is that there's a lot of things that overlap it and a lot of things that should allow that joint to move so freely. And in this case, it's not enough to just look at the more immediate joint in terms of the actual shoulder and that shoulder capsule, but the shoulder blade plays a big part in how that shoulder capsule functions and assists in giving that range of motion in the shoulder and everything. So again, there's a lot of other things that affect shoulder mobility, and I definitely want to progress on that as I continue to make these videos. But again, if you have any questions, you can always reach out to me and I'll be glad to answer them. But in this case, if we talk about the shoulder, that shoulder blade, what we're going to do is we're going to look at those rotator cuff muscles that allow that shoulder to move so much. And because I don't have a diagram, it's a little tricky, so I'm going to kind of represent this with a little pole here, because this is what we're going to end up massaging. So we want to get a massage tool right in this general area where this stick is. Somewhere in this general area. And a lot of times it can be a sensitive spot, a tender spot, but we're going to see if that spot is what's affecting your range of motion in your shoulder. So we can get a little lacrosse ball here, or some ball that's very similar to this, and when we get on the wall here, we're just going to put that ball in that general area of the shoulder blade. So I'm just going to lean on this ball here and just massage that spot. I can bring my arm up, here bring it down. I'm just trying to find either a tender spot or some a painful spot here. And when it comes to rolling out, we never want to overstimulate because it can make things worse. We're just trying to have a light pressure on there and just try to get that muscle to relax. So we're not trying to get in between the shoulder blade and the spine. We're trying to get, there's muscles that overlap the shoulder blade, and we're trying to use this ball to massage it. So jumping into some exercise that we can do to help with the shoulder. Last time we did a pull apart and an external rotation, a vertical external rotation. So in this case, we can look at a more horizontal external rotation here. And the big thing here is that we want to make sure that we're not hyperextending or arching our back. So we can just grab some type of band, anchor it to a pole. We can either do this with one arm or two arms. So the big thing here is just to make sure that we stay straight as we do this. We don't want to arch our back, because then we're just getting rotation that rotation through our lower back and cheating. The other thing that we can do is get these other muscles involved, our serratus, but we can try to get upward rotation and extension through our shoulders by using a wall here. So doing something like this here, using the wall to kind of assist you and guide you to come up here and back down. And as we're reaching, we're trying to reach up as high as we can, and we have these small muscles here that overlap in the shoulder blade that assist into that. Now sometimes if we have a shoulder impingement or some other type of issue when it comes to reaching up with the shoulder, this is not going to be the exercise to do off the bat. But definitely as we progress, we want to make sure that we can reach. And things like these exercises here are going to ultimately teach our body how to reach while we depress. And we can reach up here, we can take our arms out here, coming up and back. We can also use a roller to help guide us as well. Get a little bigger reach here as we do that. So those are some exercises that you can do to help overcome shoulder issues. So I hope that helped you a little bit. when it comes to all these joints and everything, there's so many different things that can be involved in it, and sometimes it could be a more of an immediate approach to it, or something that we may not be so obvious. But again, pain can happen for a lot of different reasons. These are some tools or some exercises that you can do to help manage it. If it's not working, definitely reach out to me or reach out to another health professional, and they may be able to diagnose you a little bit better. But I hope this helps, and if you have any questions, let me know.